Recently, Samsung released an AI-generated commercial which was criticized for AI slop, promoting questions about honest disclosure. Early last year, Duolingo announced internally that it would become an AI-first company and replace parts of content creating with AI. The public reaction was overwhelmingly negative. So if AI first is clearly the future, why does openly declaring it trigger backlash? Before we answer that question, we want to talk about the fact that most people don't know that AI is not new to marketing. It actually has been quietly running the industry for over a decade. Back in 2010s, we already had all the buzzwords like recommendation algorithm, precision targeting, dynamic pricing, email optimization, and the real example go back even further. Amazon launched its recommendation engine as early as 1999. It used machine learning to analyze your browsing and purchase history, predict what you're most likely to buy next. The algorithm places those products on your homepage. It feels like this is exactly what I need, but you don't realize an invisible system that drives it. Netflix used machine learning to study your viewing history and ratings. Based on your behavior and interests, it automatically generates thumbnails and recommendation lists to maximize your watch time. So we didn't suddenly enter the AI era. We just suddenly become aware of AI's presence. Strangely, in early AI marketing scenario, AI did not seem to speak nearly as much controversy as it has in recent years. Returning to the previous question, why is that? We deconstruct most AI-related backlash cases, they tend to occur when 5 variables rise simultaneously. I summarize this as a diagnosed framework, the AI Inversion Risk Index. This index includes a total of 5 variables. Each variable can be rated from 1 to 5 based on the actual situation, with a maximum total score of 25. The higher the score, the greater the risk of using AI in this scenario. This index has 2 parts. Part 1 is user-side exposure, which demonstrate and evaluate how exposed the user is to AI invention. The second part is brand-side design structure, which evaluate how deeply AI is embedded in the brand's internal decision architecture. I know it sounds a bit confused. Don't worry, let's step into each variables. The first variable is user consent. Simply ask, was the user aware and agreed to AI involvement? Risk increased as the consent became less explicit. So I put a couple of examples here. For level 1, the most explicit active consent is like people open ChatGPT or Midjourney or other AI tools intentionally, whereas for the most hidden disclosure is an AI written executive letter present to user, but the user are not knowing that this is written by AI. The second variable is user decision influence, which asks how strongly does AI shape the user's final decisions. On level 1, AI only provide peripheral assistance, like auto-correcting grammar or layout. On level 3, AI maybe give some persuasion, like they generate a product copy tailored to behavioral profile. On level 5, that means AI fully automatically do something for user without their notice, like fully automate AI loan approved system. The third variable is decision scope. How much of the overall decision structure does AI affect? Or in other words, is AI doing a small task or does it own a majority part of the workflow? The risk may increase as AI moves from execution to ownership. Level 1 is AI only handle a single technical task, like color correction or product photos, very low risk, very contained. For level 2, they maybe support a little bit of workflow, like assist part of campaign process, but only generating email subject lines. For level 3, they may be functional module ownership. They manage the entire operational module. They like generating a full email sequence. Now it's like they own a defined output area. For level 4, the AI maybe do some cross-functional impact like shaping multiple coordinate output, defining quarterly content theme. That's like a big ownership to take. And for level 5, AI involved in strategic directions. They maybe influence positioning, narrative, or brand identity. At this point, AI is architecturing the whole system. The fourth variable is decision objectivity, which asks is the decision measurable or is it judgmental based? In other words, is this objective or subjective? Is this rational or emotional? Risk may increase as decision become more subjective. For level 1, it's like fully measurable optimization, like inventory demand forecasting. And for level 2, it may be a little performance-based marketing metrics, but still majority is objective. And for level 3, maybe choosing creative based on engagement data. That's like data-driven, but it's still sort of in between the subject and object. For level 4, that's primarily interpretive, like campaign storytelling directions. For level 5, is like drafting a CEO apology or defining brand ethics. That's totally subject. And for this variable, if your brand is more geared to emotional based or value based, like luxury brands or beauty brands, that's naturally subjective, then probably the risk may be amplifier. The last variable is human accountability, which asks, is there clear human judgment and responsibility involved? In other words, if there's something goes wrong with this task, who will be responsible for it? Is there a clear person name that you could track? Or is this AI automatically set, and when it goes wrong, you don't know who should you look for? Level 1 is like a COM review and approvals, all AI generated campaign. So if something goes wrong, you could go to the you could go find COM, ask him or her what happened. For level 5 is like someone or the whole team create a system that's auto generate and deploy campaign without reviews. So if this reviews is being criticized, you don't know who should be responsible for it. You don't know where to improve it because the whole system is like a black box. So if your score is pretty low, under 8, then that's low risk. You can leverage AI confidently and prioritize efficiency. If your score is between 9 to 14, then that's moderate risk. I think for this scenario, maybe maintain transparency and keep a human in the loop. If your score is over 15, then proceed cautiously or even delay deployment. And I want to address that the value of this index is just like a pre-deployment diagnosis. You could use it to diagnose the risk level, but it's not 100% right, and it could not be applied to every scenarios. You should always ask yourself, what is the intervention risk in this specific decision for deployment AI? Exploring how to use AI and incorporate AI into the workflow is the future trend. But most brands are now struggling with using AI and getting results from AI. And this is where the most budget are being wasted. And for those brands who ignore it, may be left behind in the future competition. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoy it and find it helpful. In the next video, I will talk about real cases of brands successfully applying AI in marketing and share some practical tips you can actually use. And thanks again for watching my video. See you in the next episode.